Right now, live at 5, Ukraine's president addresses the United Nations Security Council as Russia's attacks on his country continue. Plus, it's spring election day in Wisconsin. The races we're keeping an eye on tonight. And decreasing speeding around schools, how a pilot program in Duluth is working to increase safety.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Larissa Millis. Kristen and Briggs are off tonight. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the UN Security Council for the first time since the Russian invasion of his country. He said the atrocities in Bucha are just the latest examples of Russian crimes against civilians, and he's calling on the international community to do something about it. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
Russia wants to turn Ukraine into silent slaves.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivered a powerful address to the UN Security Council, accusing Russia of war crimes in Ukraine.
They killed entire families, adults and children, and they tried to burn the bodies.
Satellite images show bodies lying in the streets of Bucha long before Russian forces left the town.
The world has yet to see what they have done in other occupied cities and regions of our country.
The horrifying death toll there has triggered international outrage.
These crimes betray the trust of every Russian mother who proudly waves goodbye to her son as he heads off to join the military.
The U.S. says it's joining Ukraine in seeking Russia's suspension from the UN's Human Rights Council.
Given the growing mountain of evidence, Russia should not have a position of authority in a body whose very purpose is to promote respect for human rights.
U.S. leaders say they're also coordinating with allies to implement another round of economic sanctions this week in hopes of further isolating Moscow.
We stand in solidarity with the people of Ukraine and all other people affected by the war of Russian aggression. We stand in support of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
The new sanctions, expected to be announced Wednesday, will reportedly include a ban on all new investment in Russia and sanctions on Russian government officials and their family members. NATO and G7 leaders are set to meet Wednesday and Thursday to discuss the delivery of advanced weapons to Ukraine. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
In testimony before the House Armed Services Committee, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said there's a possibility of increasing U.S. troops in Europe to help Ukraine. Well, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. We are expecting kind of another messy spring-winter some kind of thing tonight.
That is exactly the way to put it. We have had some kind of thing every week now since the beginning of March. This week, no exception. The latest low-pressure system is right on our doorstep, and our friends at the National Weather Service then have issued several advisories for our region that may stay in effect for a good chunk of time. Much of our area, much of inland Minnesota and the south shore of Lake Superior looking at a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 o'clock in the morning come Friday. And the tip of the Minnesota Arrowhead may get hit the hardest. Winter storm warning for those folks until 7 o'clock Friday morning as well. The most snow possible from this system could fall in the Arrowhead of Minnesota and for the snow belt of the South Shore as well, but Weather Service right now has not issued any sort of advisory for the UP, but stand by, just like the last storm, something like that could be coming your way. All right, here's the latest Doppler satellite map for Minnesota and Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula, and our low-pressure system is spinning rain from the Twin Cities up towards the Twin Ports. Northern Minnesota has already shifted over towards snow, and into the UP, just a couple of sprinkles there for now, but that likely will be changing. 100% chance for some sort of precip in your town tonight. Low temp just a hair over the freezing mark. Then we don't get much warmer on Wednesday with a cloudy sky. We have highs in the mid-30s for a lot of places, and an 80% chance for more mix, a 90% chance for more precip on Thursday. Will we finally break it on Friday? I'll show you with my 7-day forecast which way we'll go then, coming up in a couple more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Polls are open across Wisconsin. Today is the state's municipal spring election. With redistricting, some voters' precincts may have changed. Officials ask to check your precinct ahead of casting your ballot to make sure your vote will count. You can register today at your polling location. 3 big referendums are up for vote today. In Hayward, voters will decide whether to approve nearly $50 million over the next 20 years for improvements to area community schools. In Washburn, on the ballot is the question on whether to approve a property tax levy increase that would increase city funds to hire 2 full-time EMTs and increase police wages. And in Ashland, voters will make their voices heard on whether changes should be made to the state's medicinal and recreational marijuana laws. Also in Ashland, a new mayor will be decided. Matthew McKenzie and David Mattil won February's primary and will be on Tuesday's ballot. Current Ashland Mayor Deborah Lewis is not seeking re-election. In Superior, people will choose from 3 candidates for 2 spots on the school board. Incumbent Dr. Christina Kintop has served on the board for 19 years. She's being challenged by 2 newcomers, Ed Gallagher and Brooke Taylor. There will also be a vote for 3 Superior City Council seats. Polls close tonight at 8 p.m. We will have the latest results as they come in posted online at cbs3duluth.com. We will also have results tonight on the CBS 3 News at 10. A new pilot program through the city of Duluth is addressing school safety by reducing speed limits around school buildings. CBS 3's Rob Cole spoke to organizers of the initiative today and why they think this is a step in the right direction.
Well, Larissa, city officials say on most streets in Duluth, the speed limit is 30 miles an hour. But here on this section of Superior Street, that's been lowered to 20 to help students get to school safely. For some parents and students at Congdon Park Elementary, getting to school is a bit of a hike.
So we live up in the neighborhood on the, the east side of Congdon Park Elementary School. And we live within the distance where we're not offered a school bus.
Nikki Olson, a mother of 3 children at Congdon, says she doesn't mind most of the walk.
So we're walkers. We call ourselves walkers, and there's a big group of us, and we're happy to be walkers.
Until she and her kids have to cross Superior Street in the middle of busy traffic to get onto school grounds.
I think there's been so many near misses. The buses are lined up. The traffic is going fast.
So she and her fellow parents started advocating for the city to intervene. James Gittemeyer, senior transportation planner for Duluth, says last week the city installed these signs in front of the school. It's part of a pilot program that will lower the speed limit in front of Congdon.
The speed limit when children are present in this corridor in front of Congdon Park Elementary is 20 miles per hour.
City officials say this intersection is most congested during the morning drop-off. That's when parents bringing kids to school coincides with commuters on Superior traveling to work. Gittemeyer says this program is the first of its kind in Duluth, but could be expanded to other schools in the future.
But we're looking at how this works and how effective this is, how we can do this at other school sites around the city.
Something that Congdon parents like Olson would also like to see.
It's not lost on any of us that this should just be a citywide initiative to make sure our young people are safe.
And that pilot program is partially made possible through a larger initiative through Minnesota. It's called the Safe School Routes, and it allocates more than $8 million towards helping students get to school safely.
Thanks, Rob. Coming up at 6, we'll hear how long the city of Duluth plans to keep the pilot program running. Still to come on Live at 5, a fun event in Hibbing tonight to raise money for their Boys and Girls Club initiative. Details coming up in City by City.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Link RV is proud to provide our customers with the largest RV service facility in northern Wisconsin. With an enormous parts and accessories department and technicians with over 100 years of combined RV service experience, we'll keep you camping all season long. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was scared to death. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-344-6363. That's 1-800-344-6363. Call now. 1-800-344-6363.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia tonight. Snow has been falling on and off across the Iron Range. Here in Canal Park, we've been seeing that on and off precipitation as well. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. Creating a list of little libraries in Ely and changing the name of several landmarks in Wisconsin. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Hibbing tonight with a fundraiser for their Boys and Girls Club initiative. They are hosting a lip sync battle at the high school auditorium tonight at 6. Our very own Kristen Vaki is there emceeing the event. The fun night will feature individuals and teams battling for the best performance. The community is invited to attend and admission is free. A winner will be chosen via votes, with all money raised through the voting process will help the Boys and Girls Club in Hibbing open this fall. Next, we head to Ely, where a local class is creating a community-friendly library brochure. Students from Vermilion Community College are gathering information about local Little Free libraries to create a comprehensive list of ones in the area. A Little Free library is those little houses full of books you may see around town, where visitors are encouraged to take a free book and also make a donation for others to enjoy. Those interested in getting their library in the brochure need to submit information such as the location, when it was built, who built it, and more. We'll have contact information and more details on our website. And we wrap up in Wisconsin tonight, where they are taking steps to change the name of 28 places around the state. In November 2021, the U.S. Department of the Interior Secretary added a new word to their derogatory names of geographic features list. The word is a derogatory and slanderous word used against Indigenous people, particularly women. The department is now creating a task force that will review new name options for these landmarks. Public comment on naming options will be open through April 25th. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, St. Louis County honored programs today that helped the county manage the pandemic. More on the celebration coming up in just a few minutes.
Record high temp today, 79 degrees from 1991. That happened 20 years after we set the record low at 2 above in 1971. Well, here at 2021 plus 1, we were cooler than normal with a high of 37. Those cooler conditions could egg on some snow. The snow chance has already begun for some towns. We have rain in the Twin Ports right now. We'll talk about how much could fall over the next couple of days coming up after our break.
Stay connected to Live Local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Come on, make the switch to CAD Country 98.9, today's best country. CAD Country. Wake up with Zooch and Taylor, weekday morning 6 to 9. CAD Country 98.9 is today's best country.
There's a feeling you get when old meets new, the past meets the future. It's not comfortable, but it feels good. Duluth Pack, since 1882.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage, come with a lot of extras, and are now 5-star rated based on member experience and satisfaction. And not to toot our own horns, bells, but we're good at simplifying Medicare if you're ever feeling stuck. UCare, people-powered health plans.
A new safety program is urging drivers to slow down near this elementary school. We'll tell you what you need to know coming up tonight.
How St. Louis County is recognizing local efforts throughout the pandemic this Public Health Week.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, this storm system coming our way, maybe it's not quite the kitchen sink being tossed to us, nor the whole 9 yards. Yeah, we'll have some rain, we'll have some snow, we'll have a mix, but I don't think we're going to get ice. We will be getting gusty winds, though, and we're getting them already. In general, our winds are easterly and going about 10 to even 20 miles per hour for a lot of towns. 26 miles per hour, for example, up over the hill here in the Twin Ports. But with thick snow, it probably won't get blown around too well. And that leaves us to have to shovel, especially come Friday morning. That's how long our precip chance will last. First of all, let's talk about current conditions at the Duluth International Airport. And we're getting a rain-snow mix falling there with a temperature of 34 degrees. And there's the easterly wind going 17 miles per hour at Duluth International. Relative humidity, 85%. Any higher, and of course we could be dealing with fog again by tomorrow morning, just like we had last night. But again, with higher winds, that tends to chase the fog away, so it will be a splitting of the difference. Just keep an eye on the roadways and be cautious if that fog does pay off. Folks in the deep south have their own potent storm system, and over towards Atlanta and the Carolinas, they're dealing with some fairly severe weather there of the summery variety. Here, we're still dealing with wintry weather from a Montana low that's coming our way. I know Colorado lows are more common and Alberta clippers are common as well, but this low brewed up in between the two, so we're tagging it a Montana low. And no matter how you slice it, though, it's bringing us a 100% chance for precip tonight. And for a lot of towns, that chance has already paid off. We have rain in east central Minnesota and in northwestern Wisconsin, and some of those showers have tried to infiltrate the folks in the upper peninsula of Michigan. Towards Minnesota, where cooler air is already wrapping into this low pressure system as it occludes and wraps around itself, well, we're seeing things shifting over towards snow. And that's the gist of life all the way through perhaps late Thursday, early Friday, as our low plows across our landscape and pulls in moisture from the south and cooler air from the north. We get more snow, even though it's April. And by the time we get to Friday morning, snow totals could look like this. Much of inland Minnesota running about 2 to 4 inches worth of that thick, heavy snow. The North Shore and the South Shore, both thanks to lake influence, could run about 4 to 8. And then northern Wisconsin may only go a trace to 2 inches. But since this is a dynamic system and still coming across the area, we may have to tweak these totals. Be on standby for those. If necessary, of course, we will change things up and give you the latest as we track this system. But now, let's talk about the 7-day forecast, because this system, even though it's long-lived, won't be here forever. Something will change by the weekend. 100% chance for rain-snow mix tonight in Minnesota with low temps near the freezing mark. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, we'll have low temps in the mid-30s, so the mix may be more rain than anything else in that neck of the woods. Tomorrow, the chance for a rain-snow mix in Wisconsin and Michigan is 90%. Range of high temps will go 39 to 42. The normal's 44, so cooler than normal there. And in Minnesota as well, where temps will run 35 to 40. 80% chance for more rain-snow mixes tomorrow, Wednesday for Minnesotans. And then into Thursday, we shift over to all snow for all zones. And that's where the bulk of those precipitation prognostications will come across. Then hopefully by Friday, instead of coming across, the precipitation goes away. We'll be left with a cloudier sky, but finally on the drier side. Then the payoff for our patients, Saturday and Sunday, sunshine and high temps in the middle 40s.
All right, thanks, Dave. 2 years into the pandemic, some of the heroes who helped save lives in our area were recognized today for their exhaustive work. CBS 3's reporter Nora McEwen was there for a special ceremony in Duluth. Nora, sounds like a lot of people were honored.
Yeah, Larissa, it was crowded. Leaders are saying thank you to every person and organization who helped get us through the pandemic so far. The government service building was packed as 35 organizations got a round of applause. St. Louis County was doing the recognizing. County leaders say staff and volunteers alone have administered 46,800 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. And from providing a space for folks to isolate and recover to helping with public outreach, every organization being recognized there today played a role in helping keep the community safe.
This is really meaningful because so many people and organizations have put so much time and energy and resources to working together for the greater good of the community.
While the county typically highlights individual accomplishments during Public Health Week, Westbrook says this year they wanted to show the community-wide efforts it takes to get through a public health crisis. Today's event was just for the southern part of St. Louis County. There will be another ceremony at the end of the month in Hoyt Lakes to recognize partner organizations in the central and northern parts of the county.
Thanks, Nora. And tonight at 6, we'll hear from a doctor at Essentia about what it's been like to battle COVID for 2 years now. Well, it's the time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. Today's pet comes to us from Precious Paws Humane Society in Chisholm. This is Cash. He is a 14-week-old lab mix puppy looking for a home with as much energy as him. Our friends at the shelter say he is a fast learner and loves to give and get plenty of kisses and treats. If you're looking for a loving and fun pup, he is your guy. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Cash, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, a new climate report shows a grim outlook on the world's chances of avoiding climate disaster. But there is one bright spot. Global communities just need to act quickly. More details from that report after the break.
Hi, it's me again. Listen to this. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check every month may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with the benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Check your zip code. It could be dynamite. Call now.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
It's fun to be here. I'm actually really proud of working here, and I am a part of the SR Wing Bond. When you hear of Cirrus planes, you get a little puffed up with pride. I helped build that, and you can actually recognize some of them because they're custom. Be a part of that is something really special. You never know what you're going to be able to do until you try and give it a shot.
Vendors in Duluth has moved to a larger location, and we've expanded our product selection. We now carry men's and women's shoes and clothing, youth footwear and apparel, and a variety of fun food and gift items. We still have the same friendly service, and our Pedorthis can help you find the perfect fit with a free foot evaluation. Find our new location in the Stone Ridge Plaza at 901 West Central Entrance in Duluth.
Yes, there he is.
There he is. Combining your stuff is hard. Combining your TV with Dish, easy. Prime Video. Combine your live TV and popular streaming apps like Prime Video all in one place. Live TV and streaming apps all in one place. Dish, tuned into you.
So what are you bringing to the potluck?
Is it potluck?
You gotta be kidding me.
Whether it's last-minute snacks for the kids' soccer team or a delicious side dish for a surprise potluck, no matter what life throws your way, Super One is sure to have the products you need. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Cancer research requires bold and innovative thinking. You may be able to help science uncover the next breakthrough by sharing your patient data and unique experience with researchers. Join Stand Up to Cancer and count me in at standuptocancer.org/countmein.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
A new United Nations report on climate change says the world needs to move away from fossil fuels quickly to have any hope of preventing a climate disaster in the future. There is some good news. The world's leading climate scientists say we can still avert a catastrophe if we act now. CBS's Ben Tracy has more.
It's now or never, scientists say, to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. The new UN report says greenhouse gas emissions must be cut nearly in half by 2030 to have any chance of limiting global warming to 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Any warmer than that, and floods, droughts, fires, and other climate catastrophes become much worse.
We are on a fast track to climate disaster.
The UN Secretary General says many governments and businesses are not doing nearly enough to cut their pollution.
Simply put, they are lying. And the results will be catastrophic. This is a climate emergency.
The report says the world must essentially stop burning coal, dramatically reduce the use of oil and gas, and quickly transition to cleaner forms of energy such as wind, solar, and nuclear power.
Earth One.
And accelerate the transition to electric vehicles. There is optimism because the cost of EV batteries and renewable energy have dropped dramatically. But given the overall lack of climate action, scientists say we may also need costly technology like this facility we visited last year in Iceland that sucks planet-warming carbon dioxide emissions out of the air. Ben Tracy, CBS News.
We've got a packed broadcast for you tonight. Putin's atrocity. President Zelensky accuses Russia of the most terrible war crimes since World War II to the United Nations. The shocking new evidence. Plus, tens of millions of Americans face a third week of severe weather. The area's under threat tonight. And you may have heard Tiger's return after his devastating car accident. The surprise announcement from the golf champion about this week's Masters tournament. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Freshen up your home with a new coat of Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint at Menards. It features excellent stain blocking power and durability to stand up to what life throws at it. Get 11% off all Dutch Boy interior paint. We have a selection of over 50 Hunter ceiling fans. Hunter fans create the perfect look for your spaces. Pick up a Hunter Quiet Breeze ceiling fan for $79.99 after sale price and 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hold on to your napkins, cheeseburger fans. DQ is taking taste buds for an all-out flavor ride with the new signature stack burger menu featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. Like the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 amazing premium sauces. And the spicy flamethrower stack burger with, oh, hello, jalapeno bacon. So tell your taste buds to buckle up and try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we previewed several of the races Wisconsinites might see on their spring ballots. There are referendums in Hayward, Ashland, and Washburn, as well as city council seats in Superior, and a new mayor will be decided in Ashland. You can find details for all those races on our website, and we will have results tonight at 10. But first, tonight at 6, honoring public health heroes. More on St. Louis County's recognition of healthcare workers after 2 years of battling the pandemic. We hear from an Essentia doctor tonight on the journey it's been helping the community. So, Dave, some people got to get ready for this storm system that is coming in.
Mm-hmm. It's coming, yes. Yeah. And it's going to stick around for several days. We can see how many days with the 7-day forecast. And a lot of towns were already getting a mixed bag of rain and snow. That'll continue through Wednesday. A good 80% chance it'll continue indeed. Then there's a 90% chance on Thursday it'll shift more towards snow than rain. And that's when we could get a few inches to stick, especially for the North Shore and for the South Shore. The snowiest parts of our region will be the snowiest from this system, the rest of us in between. But a break in the action does ease our way on Friday. It may not clear up, but it should dry up. And then Saturday and Sunday, some sunshine, high temps in the mid-40s, finally close to normal as far as temperatures go.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.